weird video games.
This episode basically writes itself, so here's Dancing Monster. It's a monster that dances. Shocker, I know. But that's not just a summary, it's the entirety of the game. That's literally all it does. It just dances. Endlessly. So you might be asking, how is this a game? Well, there is an objective. It's your job to stop this monster from dancing by blasting it apart with a no-fooling actual gun. Not making this up, not exaggerating. You dismember this monster bit by bit by shooting it in every conceivable extremity for the heinous crime of doing nothing but dancing and bothering nobody. You have to shoot specific appendages in a certain order. If you miss too many shots, it starts growing them back. And no matter how many times you shoot it, it never stops dancing, ever. This monster, named Normbert, Randallian, Peatford, Frankenschwitzel, the Hooded Claw, Postlethwaite-Aniger. It doesn't have a name, so I made one up. It has a giant tongue, 2 horns, a trunk, a tail, and absolutely no hooded claw. They seem to give it as many monstrous features as they can think of, but left out classic monster features like claws, and wings, and a non-binary number of eyes. Although I guess if he had to shoot it in the eyes, that would be a little more gruesome than they had in mind for this whimsical, cartoonish game about bodily mutilation with a hail of gunfire. Also, when you... What the... What was that?! That's what happens if you take too long without taking a shot. It does that, and then you lose. That's the game over screen. What is it doing? How does that represent a losing condition? Is this what you have to prevent? This is your sworn duty, to uphold order against whatever this is. Your mission, gunslinger, if you choose to accept it, is to lop sizable chunks using seriously bullets off of a harmless, jovial elephant man dancing the night away in order to prevent it from doing this. There's no explanation for why this is a bad thing, or anything to indicate any kind of bad outcome that comes from not succeeding, just this monster does this, game over. Why is this bad? How does this affect your life? Now, if you do manage to shoot all the parts, I kind of guess the ending would just be that it dies, you win, the end. Congratulations on not allowing a totally benign creature to enjoy itself, but actually it warps time and space or something. I don't know. Then it turns into a princess. Okay, now it's starting to make some sense. A princess was under a spell and turned into a monster, and you had to free her. With a gun. I looked all over for a manual, and I couldn't find an intact one, but I did find a transcript, and my interpretation is correct. A princess was turned into a monster, and you have to save her with a magic ray gun. Okay, sure. I guess she was turned male as well. A shirtless male who wears jeans. This game is so weird, it managed to throw me twice. It was totally weird the first time I played it before I knew what it was all about, and then I figured out what it was about, and for a moment there I just said, oh, I guess that makes sense. Then I thought about it and realized it's still about disemboweling a magically polymorphed princess with arcane munitions in order to stop her from dancing forever as a fabulous abomination. Still no clue about what she's doing here. I still have no idea what this is or what it means. And again, let me remind you, this thing is doing nothing but dancing. It's not exactly going on a rampage, it just dances and dances forever. If anything, I would guess the princess is happier as a monster. But, yeah, I guess she probably doesn't want to be this weird creature forever. I guess the only sane thing to do is to blow this creature to pieces in the hopes that this somehow fixes everything. I mean, the last thing anyone wants is for it to do this, I guess.